The last section is on tangent and secant angles. This is where you have two angles that are meeting either inside or outside the circle. If the angles are formed inside the circle, then you're going to add. If they are outside, then you're going to subtract. And we're still going to do like we did with inscribed angles and multiply the angle by 2. So in this problem, the angle I'm concerned about is inside the circle. So that means I need to, let's just call this x, twice my angle, 2x, equals 102 plus 194. So once again, since these are called secant angles, since they're intersecting inside the circle, I add the two intercepted arcs, and then I'm going to end up dividing by 2. So 102 plus 194 is 296. And I divide by 2. And I get 148 degrees. Exactly the same idea for the next problem. Once again, I'm just going to call this x. So twice my angle x equals the sum, so I'm going to add my intercepted arcs, 33 and 131. So that gives me 2x equals 164. So x, or angle 1, whatever you want to call it, is equal to 82 degrees. I'm just going to go down to the left. Same thing. So if I do 115 plus 97, that gives me 212. And if I divide that by 2, I end up with 106. Now notice, that's not actually giving me the angle it's asking for. It's giving me the angle that's supplementary. So if I added 1 to 106, I should get 180, which means that angle 1 is really 74. So I gave you some extra credit if you gave me 74 degrees, because even I, the first time I looked at this problem, was like, yay, 106, we're done. So that was just a nice little thing for you if you did that way. Looking at part D, this is changing the order a little bit. This time it gives me the angle, and it's asking for one of the arcs. So I think double your angle equals your two arcs added together, 135 plus x. So 2 times 100 is 200. Subtract 135. So I get that x equals 65. The other types of problems on here are where your angle is outside the circle. It's not on the circle, it's not inside the circle, it's outside. So this is a similar idea. We're going to double our angle, but now instead of adding your arcs, you're going to subtract them. And you're going to subtract far minus near. Far minus near. So in this problem on the top right, I'm going to do 2 times my angle, 2 times 50 equals, and I need parentheses because these are expressions, 12x plus 8, my far arc, minus 4x plus 4. And here's where, if you didn't get this problem right, we went down south, okay? 2 times 50 is 100. I can drop my parentheses in my first expression, but in my second expression, I have subtraction. With subtraction, I have to distribute that negative. So that would be minus 4x minus 4. Bring down your 100 and combine like terms on the right side. And then I have a two-step equation. Subtract 4 and divide by 8. And my question is, what is x? I have found x, so I am good to go. I'm going to go to the problem in the middle right here. This one is a lot simpler of a version of what we just did. So twice your angle, 2 times 38, equals your arcs subtracted, and it's far, 180 degrees, minus near, which is x, my unknown. 2 times 38 is 76, and then I will subtract 180 from both sides, and divide by -1 to get rid of my negative. Now going to the bottom left problem. Same idea. I have an angle outside of my circle. So twice, let me zoom out a little. Twice my angle of 65 equals my far arc minus my near arc. Now, notice I put parentheses around the expression. I just always do that to be careful. In this case, they aren't really affecting my answer. So I get 130 equals 27x. And then I'm going to go ahead and combine 5 minus 64 is -59. Add 59. And divide by 27. And I get 7. And my question is, what is x? I found x, and I can move on. Hopefully now these are seeming like the same thing over and over. 2 times your angle equals, the angle is outside my circle. So I do my far arc minus my near arc. I have subtraction. I have parentheses. I need to be very careful about distributing. So 2 times 36 is 72. Change my signs in my second equation. Make sure you change that to a -4. Most people remember the minus 11x. But you really impress me when you remember to change it to a -4. Now I've got a whole bunch of combining like terms to do. So 72 equals 20x minus 8. Add 8 to both sides. And then I'm going to divide by 20. So x equals 4. The last problem that I haven't done is a little bit weird compared to the other ones. But all I'm going to do is double my angle. So 2 times 7x minus 10 equals this intercepted arc. So this is just kind of a weird other rule we have to know. Equals 120. So 14x minus 20 equals 120. Add 20 and divide by 14, and I get x equals 10. That's it. Study for tomorrow.